and he's happy with who he is. And that should be enough. And it is enough.
So you are training for a massive over 100-mile run from
Hmm.
Boston to Provincetown. So
Yeah.
tell me about that. Why are you doing that?
So, like I was telling you about Strava earlier, and there's this feature where you can sort of mess around and you can create like your own run before you even do it. And there's one day where I was just like, how far is it from the Boston Commons to the tip of the hook on the Cape? I
Hmm.
was like, how brutal is that? And so I sat, took like 20 minutes to map it out, and then I was like, oh, that'd be fun to do that one day. And then I kind of forgot about it, whatever. And then a couple weeks went by and I just couldn't, like, I refound it and couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was sort of thinking, like, why am I waiting? I'm I feel like I'm at my peak fitness right now and I have built a good anaerobic base. And I think, I don't know, I just think, like, why not now? And I was thinking, what can I make this like not just about myself, I guess. And I was thinking about like things that sort of hit home to me. And I was thinking about like maybe certain charities or fundraising things that I could do. And I reached out to the Trevor Project and they were willing to work with me. So I'm actually fundraising for them. I have a link in my Instagram that goes directly towards my fundraising, like on their website, and all the proceeds go to them. I'm not getting paid anything. No one, like, this is all coming out of my pocket on my end for the run. And I'm just trying to raise money for them and sort of spread awareness.
Cool. So why is that a cause that resonated with you and made you want to work with the Trevor Fund?
I just have a lot of members of the LGBTQ plus community in my life, even my immediate family, and it's just like it gives me goosebumps talking about it, just because I've seen firsthand sort of like the negativity that can come from being a member of that community when they're just being themselves. They don't deserve any more hate or anything than I do not being a part of that community. They're no they're no more or less of a person than anyone else. And I think the Trevor Project's incredibly helpful for people that struggle with that. And they do amazing things. And it just sort of like makes me start to get a little choked up just talking about it.
And it's totally on brand with the run to Provincetown too. That also kind of works,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. That's the place to go, right?
Yeah. So this run itself, how long is it?
So it's 120 miles, give or take. When I mapped it out, I have to like transfer the map on Strava onto like my actual GPS. So it'll be around 115 to 120.
And what is your route gonna look like? I mean, how have you mapped this out? So obviously you're not gonna be running on highways. So I'd imagine too that it's not even the most direct way to get there. So you're probably doing a lot of meandering through all kinds of towns and stuff.
Oh, meandering is the word to use. Yeah, I'm starting in the Commons and then I'm cutting down to Quincy. And then instead of going over that sort of hump that almost looks like kind of like a bicep on the hook or the cape, I'm just cutting through that and then I'm hitting what's the first town I hit? The first Cape town. I don't remember. But
It'd be
I
like
hit this town.
Bourne or
Oh no, it's
Hyannis.
Plymouth. No, it's
Oh,
Plymouth.
Plymouth.
I hit
Okay.
Plymouth and then I just ride the top of the Cape all the way to the hook.
Uh-huh.
Um, I mean, I want to say it'll be nice and scenic, but it's going to be dark most of the time I'm doing it. So that's kind of like my biggest obstacle is fighting the night and fighting the cold. So that's going to be a big headache.
How long do you think this is gonna take you?
So the goal time is 24 hours, which is
Okay.
roughly 5-ish miles an hour. And in
Okay.
the running world, that translates to a 12-minute mile, which isn't by any means insane. I'm not to shame people that that's their fast pace, but for a runner that's as psycho as me that runs all the time, 12 minutes is very attainable. But it's like, is the 12-minute mile attainable when you've been running for 18 hours, you know? So
Right. So I mean, you're is that taking into account, are you stopping? Are you taking breaks? Like how are you gonna break
yeah,
this up?
So I have a crew car that's going to meet me on 10-mile increments. So they'll be stationed, like it might not be exactly 10 miles, like one of them might be 11, one of them might be 9, because they'll be stationed sort of like in a parking lot or like near a restaurant or somewhere I could use the restroom maybe. I'm going to have a pack on me. I actually have it right here. And it's like a hydration vest. It can hold bottles in
Uh-huh.
the front. I have a bunch of pockets in the back. I have high vis stuff on it. Um, so I'll be refilling that in 10-mile increments, putting food and gels, which are kind of like to someone that doesn't run, it's almost like this packet with like gooey stuff in it that gives you all sorts of different things like potassium and sodium and stuff. Um, and yeah, I mean, just seeing them every 10 miles and maybe changing my shoes, changing my clothes to combat the weather, changing my socks so that my I can hopefully avoid like blistering and losing toenails and things like that. Knock on wood.
Oh
I've never
man, I
lost a
know
toenail running though.
you've lost a lot of toenails running.
No, I've
You
never,
never have.
never. That's why I'm knocking on wood.
Is that? Yeah, I guess that. I look. I know I said I run, and I mean I do, but I don't run like this. Like I've never done. The furthest I think I've run is I don't know, 6 or 7 miles.
Okay, that's good. 10K, that's good.
I'm just yeah. I mean I'm not like anyways I'm. Oh, you know what I am? I'm a. That's what everyone says now. I'm a hybrid athlete. Okay, like that's what
Okay,
I.
okay.
Yeah. Um. No, but so I've never run that far. What's the furthest you've ever ran distance wise?
The farthest I've ran is a marathon.
Okay, you've done which marathon did you
So
do? Or
I
did
did
you
the
do?
Cape Cod Marathon like about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then
Okay.
in this training block, I believe next week I'm going to be doing a 30-mile run because I want to run a little bit farther than a marathon and sort of get in that headspace of this is how this is going to feel for a day. So
Okay.
yeah,
Um, look, I have all the faith in the world in you. But this is like how many marathons is this? One, two, three. It's like almost it's like four of them, right? Or more.
it's like 4.5
I mean,
about.
that's nuts. So how are you
Yeah.
preparing physically? Like what does your training regimen look like right now?
So it's really what I refer to as time on feet when I'm coaching my athletes. Sort of just getting your body moving and keeping your body moving. I'm not really worried necessarily how fast or how slow I'm going. When you're running, there's 5 heart rate zones,
Mm-hmm.
and I sort of stick to that zone 3 because zone 2 is considered like your easy pace. But
Mm-hmm.
during this charity run, I want to kind of be working a little bit harder, but maintaining a lower heart rate. So I'm going to be sticking to like a high zone 2 to a zone 3 heart rate. So kind of just running, and I have the feature on my watch where I can flick through and just see where my heart rate is, and not worrying about the distance or anything, and just intermittently checking the time. Um, and I'm doing like a lot of like base building in the gym. Last night I did like a heavy leg day with like some stability and plyometric work afterwards, and then some like oblique training, just because that's like a really heavy muscle that you use while you're running. And
The
then
obliques. I didn't know
lots,
that.
yep. And then
Because you're a
lots of
personal trainer, right?
recovery. Yes, I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a running coach, and yeah, I'm a nut about this kind of stuff, I guess.
How long have you been into fitness?
I've been in and out of fitness probably since I became a teenager. I've been in sports since middle school. I did track and cross country in middle school. I did football in high school. And then the main big reason I got into endurance running in sort of like my adult life is because I had a summer job where I was working outside, and
Mm-hmm.
then it was seasonal. So that when the winter rolled around, I was stuck indoors, and I was kind of just like bored and missed that. And running was like a comfortable way because you're sweating and you're layered up, and it's a little less brutal than just standing outside. And so I sort of fell in love with just like the nature aspect of running and being outdoors. And I feel like I always have my head like in a screen nowadays, you know.
Mm-hmm. And what town do you live in?
I live in Holden, so it's like it's just outside of
Okay.
Worcester. So I'm in
Oh,
Central Mass.
is that where you grew up?
I actually grew up in Sterling, which is a town over.
Okay, gotcha.
hmm
Um, and how old are you now?
I'm 20.
And do you work full time as a fitness trainer?
Not really. Right now, it's definitely a part-time thing. I also just recently got hired for Littleton High School as one of their indoor track coaches.
Oh,
So that'll
cool.
definitely be more of like my full-time thing. I also have like a separate job that I do like 30 to 40 hours a week on.
Nice. I mean, I would say you're qualified for a track coach doing all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also, tell me more about, I do want to focus too on the the cause that you're raising money for. I mean, have you ever done a charity run? Well, usually these marathons, you have to raise money for some group,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, and I did do the Boston Pride 5K. That was a couple months ago. Like I've done stuff like that, but I've never personally fundraised by myself, like individually, I guess.
So you had to reach out to the Trevor Project and you like
Yeah.
coordinate directly with them independently.
Yeah, I went on their website and like this is the same thing I did with NBC actually. I went down and like went to like the contact us page.
Mm-hmm.
I went down to the Trevor Projects and I sent them like a big email like, hey, this is like my name's Will. This is what I'm doing. This is why I want to work with you guys. I think they got back to me within a day or two, and um, I forget her name that reached out to me, but she was very, very sweet and she was very excited about it.
Nice.
And then that same day that they got back to me, we opened up the fundraising immediately, and it's been open for about a month and a half now, I believe.
Very nice. And if you don't mind, I mean, can I hear more about, the people in your life who are part of
Yeah.
the LGBTQ community and just why that is
hmm
important for you?
I think the reason is it's such a big deal is because my little brother is transgender,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously he doesn't love when I bring it up, but he obviously did used to be my little sister, and now he's my little brother. And it's just like it's so powerful to me. And again, the goosebumps are starting and everything, just because I don't love him any more, any less. Like I love him because he's who he is, and he's happy with who he is, and that should be enough, and it is enough. And it just frustrates me a lot that for some reason some people can't get past that, or some people can't get over it. Like I don't know, like no member of the LGBTQ plus community is like more important or less important just because of who they want to snuggle up in bed with at the end of the night, or who they want to marry, or who they want to spend their life with. You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't be what we judge someone's character on. It should more so maybe be their actions, blah blah blah. I don't really need to get into that, but and then my uncle is also transgender. I have a lot of cousins and close friends that are part of the LGBTQ community, whether they're lesbian, gay, or bisexual. And that I just like, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care who they want to spend their life with. That's not why they're important to me. And you don't look at, like, at least I personally don't necessarily look at a straight individual and care. You know what I mean? So why would I care about someone that's part of this community? Why would you judge them in that aspect when you wouldn't judge someone else that's just the straight person? Like I don't know. Like I'm just like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter, and it's frustrating that it does. You know?
Yeah. Your brother must be really excited to see you raise money for this cause.
Yeah, he's a 14-year-old, so he tries to be like whatever. You know, he's getting to that
Yeah,
point where
yeah.
he's too cool for his older brother, but I know he's excited about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, how have things been going just with your fundraising and, the support that you are getting from people? How is that all going? Because I know that it's probably crunch time to, let people know that you're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as of now, the last time I checked, we've raised $650, which is amazing because the run hasn't even started yet. The goal is 10,000. Obviously, no one's upheld to that or anything. If we could do 5,000, I'd be ecstatic. The number doesn't matter necessarily. It's just getting people's eyes on this for me personally, which I really appreciate you having me on here and letting me sort of share this story. It means a lot to me. Um, Sorry, what was the back end of your question?
Oh, just how's it, what type of reception have you been getting, since kind of
I
letting
think
people
it's
know that
been
you're doing
good.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been great. I haven't really gotten any negative reception at all. I wanted to wait until after my marathon to sort of really be heavily posting about this. I've had an outstanding post that I've had that I keep like reposting or putting back on my story. But now I wanted to wait till the marathon was over and make sure I was like all set with any injuries or anything that would stop me from doing this run and maybe postponing it because I just didn't want to dump my feed with this and then have to be like, oh, sorry guys, I'm doing this in 6 months now instead. Like that's just
Yeah.
kind of it sucked. So this week actually I'm going to be filming a bunch of content for it. I'm hopefully going to be filming something out in New York possibly, but that would just be like alone. I'm not like collabing with anybody or anything like that. But really just being that annoying guy that keeps posting and keeps posting. I post a lot of run related things on my Instagram as well. Um, so I just hope that people can see how serious this is for me, and that I'm taking it seriously because it seems like a kind of a nut job thing to do. Like, what the heck is this guy doing going running
Yeah, it's a little
120
crazy.
miles?
It's a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but I don't necessarily consider myself like exceptional in many things. I think I'm kind of your average guy that goes to work and comes home. Um, and I've always wanted to have something where I could do more with myself, I guess. And running has just been something where I've been able to impact a lot of people, meet a lot of new people, and I've been impacted by a lot of new people. And I saw this as an avenue to really like raise money and turn heads onto something that means a lot to me.
That's awesome. Well, I'm wishing you all the luck in the world with your training and then your run. Thanks so much for talking with us today. It was great meeting you on here. And again, we're wishing you the best of luck as you embark on that journey of yours.